Hey everybody, I'm Autumn Pengelly. I'm an Embellish educator with R&K Distributing, and today I just wanted to show you one of my very favorite products of all time. This is our Embellish Stabilizer Workbook. It's designed by Hope Yoder. It has a really nice modern cover with bright colors and just makes me so happy. But inside is invaluable information. It's basically a stabilizer Bible. So inside we have a little chart here that tells you all about how to stabilize different materials like baby onesies, burlap, chiffon. Everything from A to Z is covered here on what kind of stabilizer you should use, if you need a topper or not, and all of that's right in here. And then every stabilizer has a little description of it and how to use it, if it's fusible or not, water soluble or not. And then over on this side, you can place a little square of the stabilizer, a little sample piece right there in the square, and then you have a place for your notes. And so you can really customize this, write your own notes in there on how you use it and your favorite products. And it's a really nice, valuable resource to have with you. And I just keep this right by my machine and refer to it very often. So you can get this at one of our local authorized dealers. To find a dealer near you, you want to just go on our homepage, rnk-embellish.com, and scroll down a little bit, and there's a little button that says find a local dealer. And then you would just put in your state, wherever you live, and it will bring up all of the dealers that are in your state, and you can find the one that's closest to you. So then once you get our stabilizers, sometimes it's hard to tell like which ones they are because they're all white, you know? So what I do is I just keep them all in a little basket here next to my sewing table, or really underneath my sewing table. And so if you attend one of our events, you'll receive a little Embellish stabilizer sample pack. And so in here, we have a sample piece of all of our different stabilizers, and they're all labeled like water soluble, tear away, etc. And so you have a little sample piece to touch and feel like that. But if you don't have that, what you can do when you first get a brand new roll of stabilizer is you go ahead and unwrap it. And what I do is, I'll unwrap it, take off the plastic piece, and what I do is I cut around the label and actually just use scissors and cut around Hope Yoder's little head right there. Just cut right around there, trim everything, and I save these labels. And so I keep it and I put that right there on the stabilizer roll, and I just use a little hair tie from the store, the little elastic hair tie, and just keep that right there on the outside so that I can easily see, which stabilizer it is. Now, another tip is also, we always include a little piece of paper inside the tube, so make sure you check inside, and this will have your instructions on how to use it and the name of your product and if it's fusible or not and how to use it inside. So keep that all together. Now, let's say if you did lose your paper and if you didn't keep your label and you're not sure what kind of stabilizer it is, then there's a couple of ways you can figure it out. Okay, so for example, I have two different kinds of toppers here. And so let's pretend I lost the label, right? So I have no idea which one is which. So you can tell it's a topper because it's clear. You can kind of see through it. Okay, so I know that both of these are toppers, but let's see, I'm not sure which one is rinse away and which one is iron away. So the easiest way to tell on this is really just to get them wet on the corner. And so what I would do is just kind of get a little bit of water and just get the corner of this wet. And if it starts to dissolve, then it's your rinse away topper. And if it doesn't dissolve, then it's your iron away topper. So that's one cool way to tell the toppers apart, is just get it wet on the corner. And if it starts to dissolve and melt, then that's your rinse away. Okay, so then what about our tearaways? Well, on those, you can kind of tell by the texture and just kind of tell, if you want to try it and just tear it a little bit on the corner, you can just tear it and see if it easily tears away, then that's your tearaway. And some of them are fusible, so they will have kind of a shiny glue on one side. And if you kind of hold it up to the light, you'll get that shine on there, and you can tell that one side has the fusible glue and the other side doesn't. Okay, and so we have that one. And then of course, all of our sticky products, you can score them with a pen or scissors, and then you can peel off the sticky back, and that's exposes the sticky part. Okay, and then for our cutaways, those are really hard to tear, so you'll be able to like just feel it, and it kind of feels a little bit stronger because it's a woven fiber, and you just really can't tear it at all, so that you know that that one's a cutaway. So I hope this helped you kind of give you some ideas, tips and tricks to keep your stabilizers organized. We would love to see how you guys organize your stabilizers. We'd love to see your collection of stabilizers. And so if you want to, just go ahead and post a little photo below, or write in the comments any tips that you have on how to tell your stabilizers apart and how you organize them at home. Happy sewing!